Welcome to today's broadcast. Kakra begins a life-transforming message series titled Understanding the Parables of Jesus. Today, he shares on the parable of the treasures of the kingdom. Let's join in as he introduces his subject.
Now I share on one of the parables of Jesus. The parables of Jesus. Now the word parable, it means a story with a hidden meaning. In Matthew chapter 13, Jesus spoke several parables, but I want us to focus on one of them. Matthew 13 verse 44. For the kingdom of heaven is a treasure hid in the field, the which when a man has found, he hideth it, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he has, and buyeth that field. In this simple parable, Jesus gave the reason for the parable. He said, for this parable, I am talking about how the kingdom of heaven operates. But the first question thing we must understand is, what is the kingdom of heaven? When we say a kingdom is a place ruled by a king. So for example, we say the United Kingdom. It's a republic now, but it's ruled by a prime minister. But they used to be ruled by kings and queens. But in a kingdom, it's a place ruled by a king. And when the king speaks, it's final. There is no discussion. There is no voting. There is no majority decision. Whatever the king says, that is what goes. So I don't think God himself, he believes in democracy. He believes in a kingdom. But heaven is not a democracy. It's a kingdom. But of course, if you are going to have such power, there must be a very good person to be able to handle the power. Anyway, so in a kingdom, the will of the king is done. So in Matthew chapter 6 verse 9, in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus said, after this manner therefore pray, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So here he's talking about God, and he says that God actually rules from heaven. Verse 10, thy kingdom come. That word kingdom, it means your rule come. Then it says, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now, where there is a king, it is his will that is done. So Jesus prayed and said, in heaven, where God is, as the king of the kingdom of heaven, he says it is his will that is done. Now, the kingdom therefore means whatever God rules over, or whatever God has authority over, or wherever his will is done, that thing is part of the kingdom. That is why the kingdom of heaven spans heaven and earth. In heaven, God rules over everything 100%. But on earth, he does not rule over everything. He rules over Christians, his children. But there are many other people that God does not rule over. So for example, if you take the American government, they rule over America. But they have also sent their representatives, which is those in the embassy, to represent them here. So here is not America, but the people in the embassy, they are under the control of the government of America, although they are not Ghanaians. So the rule of America extends to Ghana through their embassy and through the people that they control. So those people do what the American government wants to do. They don't do what they want to do. So in the same way, the kingdom of heaven is actually in heaven, but it extends to earth. Because there are some people that God controls or has authority over, or his will is done in certain areas. So wherever, whatever God rules over is part of the kingdom.
Thanks for joining us. Today, we learn that everywhere God rules is his kingdom, and it spans heaven and earth. Tune in again tomorrow for the continuation of this message. Before we go, here's a praise report to boost your faith. Blessed with a good job. Dear Kakra, I wrote to you asking for prayers for God to bless me with a job after losing my previous one. I am so excited that by the grace of God, I have secured a job with one of the leading telecommunications companies in the country. I'm immensely grateful to God for your prayers and support. Thank you. Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you. Are you in need of money? Is there something you want to buy or someone you have to pay? Then this revolutionary book, Cryptocurrency by Kakra Baden, is what you are looking for. It will unlock sources of money you have but don't know you possess. You're just a book away from turning your finances around. Order the book Cryptocurrency, How to Profit from Free Labor through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order Cryptocurrency in the comment section or message window.